Welcome into Sports Tonight. Emily Gagnon here, writing solo kind of tonight. It is Tuesday, September 12th, and I have a treat for you tonight. I was able to speak with Gladiators owner Alex Campbell ahead of the season. It will start in just over a month, or about a month. First game, October 21st, 7 p.m. start. Savannah Ghost Pirates at the Gladiators. So many positive changes have happened around this club, around this team during the offseason. There's so much momentum entering the year. They renewed their lease at Gath South Arena, so fans will be able to continue to enjoy watching hockey, Gladiators hockey from there for some time to come. But here's our conversation, so much insight, such a treat speaking with Alex.
Just first and foremost, extending the lease of your arena, how important was that for you, for the team, for the fans? It's something comforting for them. They know where to go. They know about that arena. But for you guys personally, the team, management, what was that like for you?
That was probably the most important thing. Before our ownership took control of the team, 2 weeks before the season started last year, the league, the commissioner of the ECHL wanted us to meet with the arena and start negotiations for a long-term lease. The previous ownership group had year-to-year leases with the arena, and it was the most important thing for us to hammer out a long-term deal. So we're very excited about it being completed.
So that was important for ownership, but for fans, from a fan perspective, what do you think, as far as their experience is concerned, is good about keeping this arena?
Sure. It has to be a sense of relief. Since our very first press conference, when we took over the team, we stated that we're not moving. This is a Gwinnett County team, and we plan on staying here for years and years to come. So finalizing that lease has to be a big relief to the fans and ownership and the team. But we've said it numerous times, and it's just good to finally have something in writing. And I guess we're here to stay for a long time. So.
No, that's awesome. And listen, are there any changes to come now that you know that the lease has been renewed? Now you know you're staying there. Are there any fan experiences that will be different in the coming seasons, or even just this upcoming season?
Yes, the fan experience will be completely different. One of the first things we did when we took over the team was the two things we could control last year was change the culture of the organization and bring more fans to the games. This whole offseason, all we've concentrated on is the best fan experience that we can put forth for this season. There'll be changes everywhere. So that's one thing we're excited about, that it's our touch now. Last year, everything was kind of already set in place for us. So this off season's been huge for us to put our spin on everything.
And what about the team, the upcoming team? Can you tell me anything about that? I know you've re-signed some players, and you guys probably have some things like in the works. But right now, from a team perspective, player personnel perspective, who are you most excited about having back, or what can fans expect from players?
Sure. Well, we have an influx of youth on this roster, and we're very excited about that. I was very excited to announce our new coach, Derek Nesbitt, Mr. Gladiator. So this will be his first season as head coach. And also we have Eric Neely now as our assistant coach. So those were two huge changes we did in the offseason. We promoted Jeff Powell to Director of Operations, and we also brought in a new affiliate with the Nashville Predators. So we've made quite a few changes this offseason, so I'm excited to see what it can bring this upcoming season. Our goal is to continue to bring the Kelly Cup to Atlanta, so these moves that we made we feel that will help the ball club moving forward.
And what was that like for you guys to get Mr. Gladiator? I'm sure you guys had it in the works before it was announced, and I don't know for how long you had it in the works, but knowing that you could have a coach to come in here that kind of has walked the walk and knows exactly what players are going through, what was that like for you guys?
Sure. It was exciting. From the first time I met Derek, He's been one of the most professional, upbeat people that I've ever met, and we're excited for our new era coming in for this upcoming season. And we thought it was a good time to bring him in with a new affiliate and redoing the roster. And we couldn't have been more excited of having him. I joke around with him every time I speak with him. I get more and more excited about the season, having him become our new head coach.
That's awesome. And as you said, like this last season has been crazy for you guys. And I think it's maybe even more exciting because there are rumors and the talk of possibly an NHL team coming back to Atlanta. But having the Predators as an affiliate, and they're so close to Atlanta, what's that like? What did that mean? And having them as like a partner for you guys, was it important for you guys to have somebody close in proximity, or that didn't matter?
It's been a huge help, and just one thing of shuttling players back and forth. The previous, our previous team that we were associated with was Phoenix and Tucson, Arizona, and the logistics part was a little difficult at times, but having a club that's so close, and, in Atlanta, there are a lot of Nashville Predator fans, so it was kind of a perfect fit for us at the time.
And I know I don't want to ask any specific questions about the possibility of having an NHL team come here, but have you seen the excitement? Have you seen the fans here in Atlanta want and desire to have hockey maybe more now than ever because there are so many rumors out there?
I think it helps a lot. I think it's very exciting. Anytime, hockey is being talked about in the off season is a great thing for us as a community as a whole. Off season, in Atlanta is a big Braves town, and we're excited just to be in the media now. And I think it's adding a lot of hype to the area. I think it's a great hockey town, and I look forward to seeing how it grows in the future.
And what are your expectations for this upcoming season? I know every year expectations might be a little different, and obviously you mentioned it. You want to win, but are there other expectations? Do you have anything else that you really want to accomplish this upcoming year?
Sure. I think the very first thing and most important is to make the playoffs, to get back in the playoffs. As an organization, it's been a very exciting offseason with adding a lot of new faces and to the front office, and adding a new coach, a new assistant coach, promoting the old coach into an operations standpoint, having a new affiliate. So it's an exciting time just to see what all these changes can bring to us in this season. It's really our first season of having control of the team since we took over 2 weeks before the season started last year. So we're just very excited to put our spin on things and, have our touch on things this year. So
to me, it feels like, and I think to fans, it feels like there's a lot of momentum going on with your team right now, a lot of momentum going on with the club. How do you keep that going? And I think the momentum has to do with all the changes that are happening, and they're very positive changes, obviously. So how do you keep that going into the season and beyond? Because that probably is the key to success, right?
Sure, absolutely. And it's all about having a great nucleus and a great team. I mean, it's important for us to have great people in all positions across the board, everything from front office to, operations on the team to the coaching staff and even the ownership. It's just having the right people and great people in spots to succeed, is what's going to make us be successful this year.
And how do you grow your fan base? I know that might sound like a silly question. I'm a Canadian. I have dual citizenship, so I know hockey very well, okay?
I'm very impressed with your hockey knowledge.
I'm from Ottawa, Ontario.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Senators are my team, and you don't have to sell hockey to me at all. I know what it's about. I was born on watching games with my dad. The Canadians are his wife's favorite team, so there's always things going on in the house about hockey. But how do you sell Southerners, which I have learned that a lot of snowbirds are down here, which is maybe one of the reasons that it could catch on as fast as they would hope if there was an NHL team here. But for you guys specifically, how do you grow your fan base in the South where football is king?
Sure. Well, I mean, it's an exciting game. I always tell the story. I took my 3 kids to games 3 years ago, and I was absolutely amazed how they sat and watched the game entirely. Like they didn't get up to go to the bathroom. They didn't ask for any snacks. It's such a fast-paced game, and it's amazing to watch in person. I always tell a story that I've taken to a lot of baseball games, since they've been born, and usually after the second snack, they're done and ready to go home. But hockey, I've noticed, like it keeps your attention. It's a fast, exciting game. And, we're excited to have that here in Gwinnett County now for the next 7 years. So
that's awesome. Anything you want to add? I did not ask. I think I got plenty. Obviously, like I said, I feel so much momentum going into this season with your guys' club and just hockey period in Atlanta. And again, like from somebody like me who is from Canada, it's an exciting time for me just thinking about possibly having a pro team here. But for you guys, anything you guys want to put out there that I did not ask?
It's just a new era. It's a new era across the board. Everything from the roster, the coaches, to the fan experience, to the new lease. It's our touch, and we're excited about the upcoming season. I've said this a couple times, speaking with you, that we're excited the people we have in place, and we're excited what they're going to bring to the community, bring to the fan experience. And the first game can't get here soon enough for us, so we're very excited.
Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Again, that was Alex Campbell with the Gladiators, the owner. And first game is coming up October 21st, 7 p.m. They face Savannah Ghost Pirates. So, guys, go check it out. Go check out some of their games. Obviously, his children very much enjoy going to them. Fast-paced, lots of action in those games, during those games. So go out and have a really fun night. But that'll do it for Sports Tonight on Tuesday, September 12th. Have a good night.